One of the first questions that people ask me when they're thinking about becoming a mortgage broker is really simple. How much can I actually earn? And the honest answer is it varies absolutely massively depending on how you work, who you serve, and how disciplined you are with your process. So let's break it down in a way that actually is useful, not a vague kind of 30 to 100,000 range that you see plastered all over the internet, especially on job sites. Okay, let's break it down in more detail. So let's talk about employed mortgage broker earnings. Most people start in an employed role, usually with an estate agency or a brokerage. Now, typical earnings for that is going to look something like, say, 25 to 35,000 basic salary and around 40,000 to around 55,000 total earnings once commission is added on. Now, strong performers can push that to like 60 to 70k, but that's usually going to be in those high volume environments or in, say, London. Now, employed roles, they're stable, they're structured, and they're great for getting experience, but your ceiling is capped based on the company's pay model. Now we've got self-employed mortgage broker earnings. They're a bit different. This is where the numbers can really scale, especially if you're prepared to run a proper business and not just write mortgages. You see, most self-employed brokers sit somewhere between the kind of 40 to 80,000 in the early years, and then those 80s to kind of 120 plus once they've established themselves. And high performers who have strong niches, great processes, and consistent lead flows, the kind of clients that I work with in my one-to-one coaching practice, they can earn 150 to 250, even more if they work really hard. You see, income is tied directly to how many leads you actually generate, how well you convert those leads, your ability to sell protection alongside the mortgage, that's massive, how efficient your systems are, and whether you rely on introducers or you build your own brand. You see, the brokers who earn the most aren't the ones doing the most cases. They're actually the ones who have mastered their process completely. There's some pack where the real earnings come from. If you want to dramatically increase your earning potential, it usually comes from three main areas. So protection sales is the first one. This can easily double a broker's income when done ethically and consistently. You've also got reoccurring client base, so remortgages, product transfers, and the referrals, they compound slowly over time. And then you've got building your own lead flow. So the moment you stop relying on introducers, your margins increase and so does your freedom, because you're not paying away and you're not being pulled into calls and meetings and all that rubbish. So what is realistic though? Because that's the one to really unpack. Now, if you're new to the industry, here's a simple way to look at it. The average broker is going to earn, say, 40 to 60k. Good brokers, 60 to 100k. Great brokers, 100 to 200 plus. And those top 1%ers, okay, they're 200, 300, even more. Some of them even 400, 500. Almost always, by the way, always on strong protection processes and very clear niches. So there's no magic formula for any of this, but there is a pattern. The brokers who earn the most are the ones who treat it like a craft, improving their sales conversions, refining their client journey, building a brand that steadily attracts people to them. Now, if you get those three things right, the earning potential in this industry, honestly, it's genuinely life-changing. Now, if you want to know how this industry works and what the stages are, then check out this deep dive of a kind of initial deep dive into the career journey of a mortgage broker. Give it a click.